And I want everyone to take a mental snapshot, a historic snapshot of what happened last night in the Alabama special election Senate race. What happened last night and what I'm about to say is going to be a very uncomfortable truth for many GOP voters out there. Last night, the reliably red state died. I would argue that it was already dead before last night. But if it wasn't, it did die last night. And what that means, and I take no comfort, Michael, in being correct about this, but what it means is that there are no longer red and blue states. There are blue states, and there are what I call purple states. What makes a purple state red is turnout, showing up, turning out, and voting. And this morning, all the predictable Republican excuses for losing have all reared their ugly heads. Well, it was voter fraud. Well, it was the media. Well, it was this. Well, it was Mitch McConnell. Okay, all of those things maybe didn't influence the outcome. I don't know that. But let me tell you what I do know. Last night, 2 million voters stayed home. And Roy Moore, who was not a good candidate, I think most people who voted for Roy Moore probably didn't think he was a good candidate. But I know that last night, 2 million voters in the reddest of red states stayed home. And the Democrat, Doug Jones, won by about 25,000 votes. The GOP, with all respects to them, suck at selling politics in the reddest of red states in the nation at a time when the GOP has its largest state and federal majority in the history of its party. Not even Lincoln and Reagan had this big of a majority. And they lost last night. They lost. In the reddest of red states, they lost last night because people stayed home. Because when you stay home on Election Day, you are voting for and you are helping the Democrat. The will of the voters has been said. Doug Jones won. Vladimir Putin didn't get Doug Jones elected. Doug Jones got elected because Democrat turnout is estimated to be at about 90 some odd percent. And today, predictably, all the GOP experts are coming out and saying, that's impossible. How is there 90% turnout? Excuse me, today is December 13th, 2017, and you're just figuring out that Democrats always vote? Really?